Everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, I'm Taylor. I love teaching women how to use peptides, how to optimize their hormones, how to build muscle and lose fat, and how to live an insulin controlled lifestyle. So thank you so much for tuning in. And in today's video, I'm going to be discussing and talking to you guys about the peptide Kisspeptin. And this is a really great peptide. I have talked about this peptide before in my PMS stack. But today I'm going to share with you guys how it can be so beneficial for women, for women's health, and how it can help you whether you are looking at using it for fertility, whether you're perimenopausal, in menopause, and postmenopause. Also going to share with you guys how it can help overall with brain cognition and with anxiety. So I have everything covered. But before we get into this video, please watch this video all the way through because I have a little special announcement at the end of this video. So you definitely don't want to miss out on that. Also, secondly, and probably more important than the first thing that I said, is that as I'm talking about this peptide, I do not want you guys to be confused and think this is going to do the same hormonal benefits that bioidentical hormone replacement therapy is going to, because it's not the same. Is it going to help support certain levels that we're going to talk about in this video? Yes, but this is going to be completely different from taking bioidentical hormone replacement therapy. So I don't want you guys to be confused and think that you're going to get the same benefits taking this peptide as you would with taking bioidentical hormones, because you're not. It's just as much similar as like when I talk about growth hormone releasing peptides versus actually taking growth hormone. So I just don't want anybody to be confused. This peptide is I'm just going to be showing you the benefits that how it can support you during these hormonal changes and how it can support certain hormones in your body. But it's, again, not the same thing as taking bioidentical hormone replacement therapy. So just want to put that out there and clear that up before we get into this. So now that I have that all covered, let's get into this discussion about Kisspeptin. This is a great peptide, and I want to make sure that women know that no matter what phase you're at along your wonderful journey of being a woman and dealing with all the hormonal changes, this can fit so for you in so many different ways. So let's get into this. Okay. So Kisspeptin is going to play a huge role with women's health because it's going to help with optimizing your hormones. It is going to help with hormonal fertilization. It's also going to help with your mood. It's also going to help with your libido. So there's a lot of benefits that this peptide has, and we are going to break that down and get that all covered. So basically, this peptide is going to help with regulating your reproductive hormones. This also can help for men too, but this video and my whole channel is designed for the ladies. So we're going to be focusing on the great benefits that it has for women, but this is also a really great peptide that can help males as well with testosterone. So if you want to have your husbands take this, like, totally welcome to. So this is going to play a crucial role. Kisspeptin is going to play a role because it's going to help with releasing your GnRH, which is your stimulating hormones for fertility and overall reproductive health. So this is going to be great. Now, I'm going to go ahead and get through the dosing portion and put that in the beginning because everybody always asks, what's the dosing? What's the dosing? And I'm realizing it's because some people aren't watching the videos all the way through. So dosing recommendation, here you go. If you're using this peptide for more of a sex enhancement and to try to help with your sexual health, I would say what I would do, this is what I would do personally, is 100 micrograms subcutaneously, meaning we are going to inject that into our belly fat, and we are going to take that every evening for 30 days. Now, the other way that I have used this peptide is I will also pair it with certain phases of my menstrual cycle. So if I'm going to be using this peptide to help with my menstrual cycles, I'm going to be taking this day 6 through 28 of my menstrual cycle. So basically, when you're actually menstruating, when you're actually bleeding and on your period, is the only time you're not going to be taking this peptide, or that I would not be taking this peptide. Not you, because I'm not here to tell you what to do with your body. I'm telling you what I do with my body and what I have done with it with these peptides. So there you go. There is my dosing recommendation that I would do if I was taking this peptide. Now, you could, depending on what you were dealing with your menstrual cycle, I would say that like you could take up to 200 micrograms. And that I would do like if I was struggling with getting my cycle and getting my period, or if I was struggling with fertility or with PCOS, that's where I would. And I would probably like change that also to like if I'm in getting ready to go into like my ovulation phase of my cycle, I would maybe bump that up and maybe even change that up and go a little bit higher when I'm in my luteal phase of my cycle, just to help with the PMS side effects. So now, this is going to play a key role and it's going to benefit women no matter what phase that you're in, whether you're, fertility, perimenopause, postmenopause, or if you're in menopause. This is going to help you. And I'm going to share with you guys how it's going to help no matter what areas that you're at with your menstrual cycle. And I feel like depending on where you're at in your menstrual cycle, a lot of people feel like, oh, there's nothing out there for me because I'm postmenopausal. And here's the thing, ladies, is that like, it's expensive to do research and testing on women. That's why there's not as many studies done out there. So it's not so much that we're limited. It's just like, unfortunately, being a woman, we have to kind of like expand and think a little bit more outside the boxes just because there's not as much research done on us. And that just kind of sucks. But to get back, peptide talk, Kisspeptin is going to play a significant role with reproducing your hormones. It's going to offer benefits no matter what stage that you're in. So let's kind of break this down on how it can help with perimenopause. So this is for women that are like, they haven't reached menopause. This is going to be really beneficial. And I even have on here just like, it can help if you are in those, if you're using this for your menstrual cycle. So I do have that in here. So it's going to help with regulating your ovulation. This is going to play a key role because it is going to help with your ovulation levels, because it's going to be stimulating your release of your LH and your FSH hormones. That is going to help with regulating your ovulation. And it's also, the more regulating you're ovulating, it's also going to help with your menstrual regulation. So that's going to be big. This is going to be really beneficial for women that are dealing with hormonal imbalances. So whether you're dealing with like PCOS, whether you're dealing with, you have like severe PMS, that's going to be really beneficial because it's going to help add support, especially if PCOS is going to help add a more support and more balance to your estrogen levels. Like I said earlier, this is not going to be the same as like taking actual estrogen. It's just going to help your body produce more of what it has and to help your body stimulate that. So that is going to be really beneficial. It's also going to help with your progesterone levels too, which is going to be really beneficial. This is also going to help if you have irregular periods. So this is something that I struggled with in the past when I was on hormonal progesterone birth control. I was not getting periods anymore. I stopped getting my periods, and I've talked about that. And like, I think it was like one of my first videos about coming off birth control. Irregular periods was something that I experienced. Sometimes I do struggle still sometimes with irregular periods where I will be delayed sometimes. To be honest with you guys, like it's just a lot of that has to do with stress levels, performance in the gym, extra enhancers that I take sometimes in the gym. So that I know is like can be playing a role, but like playing a big role too is going to be your stress levels. But another great benefit that it's going to have if you are having irregular periods, it's going to help you get your periods. It's going to help with that. It's also going to help with hormonal acne. And this is going to be really beneficial for the girlies like me who are on bioidentical hormones that struggle with having the hormonal acne from our bioidentical hormone replacement therapy. This is going to really help with that. Personally, I've seen a benefit in that. So definitely save, like if you are struggling with hormonal acne, definitely check it out for that. The other great thing that Kisspeptin is going to, it's also going to help enhance your fertility. This is going to be really beneficial because, it's because it's going to help produce, boosting your ovulation. This is going to be really great. This is a peptide that like I already have planned out, to have in my peptide rotation for when, I decide to get pregnant. This is a peptide that I'm definitely going to be using. So this is also going to help because it's stimulating your LH and your FSH hormones. That's stimulating your ovulation production. That's going to help you. You want to be ovulating more when you're trying to conceive a child. So that is going to be super beneficial. It's also going to help with supporting your mood and libido. So because it's going to stimulate those hormonal functions, a lot of times, like our drop in libido comes from hormonal deficiencies or it's coming from anxiety. And usually that anxiety is triggered by hormonal deficiencies. So this is also going to help boost your libido because it's going to help you feel a little bit more hormonally balanced. It's going to help with the anxiety. It's going to help with, boosting that sex drive, especially for women that are in these phases because, let's be honest, like, especially for women that I know that have used this for fertility, like it's made a big difference just to get them back in the mood to enjoy sex. Because when you're going through fertility issues, a lot of times, like you almost get discouraged to want to be intimate because you forget the whole purpose of intimacy is to connect with your partner. Yes, you want to connect and have a child, but sometimes when that goal isn't being met, it does get discouraging. And I totally understand that. And I've worked a lot with women that have gone through fertility. So this can help with the mental part of if you're struggling with fertility, wanting to connect with your partner. Now, let's get into our perimenopausal ladies. This is going to help because, again, it's going to help with your ovulation function. So this is going to play a key role in perimenopausal women because it's going to promote your ovulation. So it actually could delay menopause, which that's great in my opinion. Obviously I'm not there yet. But I think that this could be a really beneficial thing because all of my girls that I work with and ladies that I work with that are in that perimenopausal stage is that like they're still getting their periods, but they're so like they're so irregular. And it's just because our body isn't ovulating anymore. And it's funny because I talked to someone, they're like, I just can't wait to be done and get through menopause. And then I talked to a lot of ladies like, I don't want to not get my period. I don't want to go through menopause. So I think that, Kisspeptin could actually support delaying, the onset of menopause because it's going to help promote, healthy ovulation that is going to help regulate your hormones. So, again, that goes back because it's stimulating your LH and your FSH levels. So that is another benefit. Now, this is going to be for our ladies that are in menopause and how this can help while you're actually in menopause. And it's really funny is that like, a lot of women that I talk to, they're like, well, I think I'm perimenopausal. Like, I almost think I'm getting in there. Like, things are kind of shift and change, but I'm still getting my period, but they're getting irregular. They're, sometimes I'm getting them twice a month. Sometimes I'm not getting them. there's really not like that clean cut line. Like, if you're in it, but like when you start feeling changes, you're in it. And I think like a lot of women don't want to admit that, but you're in it. When these symptoms start to happen. Um, but because that transition is it is a long transition because you're like, I think I'm in it, then you're like, oh no, I'm definitely in it. You were in it before when you were still questioning it. It was just the very beginning stages. And that is okay. And this is going to help ease that transition using Kisspeptin because during menopause, our estrogen and progesterone levels naturally decline. And that is where the symptoms of the wonderful hot flashes and mood swings and anxiety and all of those things that we all dread and like that we've all have gone through even our younger years, but they get amplified so much more. Kisspeptin is going to help with that hormonal shift by helping with the FH and the FSH and the LH levels because it's going to keep that ovulation and that hormone balance going. So therefore, it's going to cut down and hopefully make those symptoms less noticeable. I've even had people say like those symptoms have actually stopped after they've used this peptide. I wish I could give you my honest feedback about that, but I'm just not there yet. I'm actually not one of those women I'm like not scared of that. I was also like that same girl, like I couldn't wait to get my period because I was like one of the last girls in my group to get it. Now I'm kind of like, oh, I kind of like want to go and experience this because I talk about it and I help women with it, but now I want to go through it. But I know that I say that now, so I'll probably feel completely different when that time comes. But I just always been fascinated ever since I was a teenager with hormones and menopause and periods and all of the things. So yeah, that's what I nerd out on. But it's also going to help reduce anxiety and mood swings. So because of the hormonal imbalance that's going on, it's going to obviously, because our hormones are shifting and changing, there's a decrease in our progesterone and in our estrogen levels naturally is going to cause more anxiety and mood swings to happen. Now, Kisspeptin is going to come in and it's going to help influence the brain's emotional regulation by helping with the moods and the fluctuation because it's helping you with your hormonal balances. Now, the other thing that it's going to do is also going to help so much with libido, which is a huge thing that like I see and I help women with is like their libido going down when they're in menopause. It's also going to help Kisspeptin is going to help so much with sex drive and libido. So it's going to help you during that phase and through that transition too, especially with if you are in and during menopause, because it's going to help so much with the menstrual regulation. It's going to help with the emotional support in the brain. That is going to be a really key role that it's going to help with you just because it's going to help with the mental portion and dealing with the anxiety during menopause, and sex is mental for women. Most cases it is completely mental and emotional for women. So gonna help with that. Now for our postmenopausal girlies, and I always feel bad because I feel like a lot of my postmenopausal women are always like, there's nothing out there for me. And this peptide is going to help you. Like my postmenopausal woman, like I hear you. You feel like you're underheard. Like I hear you. I'm going to be coming out with more stuff for you guys, but Kisspeptin is going to help you and is going to help you in a little bit more of a different way from like how it's going to help with peri and post and menopausal women. So postmenopausal women, it is going to play a huge role because after we go through menopause, our body's hormones like productions like decrease. We're losing our estrogen, we're losing our progesterone levels, and that is a key. estrogen is going to help protect your body. I'm here to say it now. Estrogen is good for you. It's good for the body. Okay. It is going to help you with preventing chronic diseases from happening. It's also going to help. It helps so much with bone density. Progesterone is lubrication for your bones. I think I've said this a lot in videos, so I'm sorry I'm saying it again. It's going to help. So because it's helping with, those hormone productions that we've now lost because we've gone through menopause with losing our progesterone and our estrogen levels, Kisspeptin is going to help act as an aid to help with the bone density. It's also going to help stabilize those hormones that have decreased. It's also going to help with anti-aging. So it's going to help with, again, bone density. It's going to help with skin elasticity. It can even help with hair quality and helping your hair quality production grow, because a lot of women, after we go through menopause, hormones go down, our hair gets extremely affected by that. So again, it's also going to help with the cognitive and emotional well-being, just because when we go through menopause, and I've seen this where a lot of women, it's like two things happen. Either their emotions are completely like heightened and increase, where they don't feel like they have as much control of their emotions. They're a lot more sensitive. They're a lot more emotional in general. Like, my mom personally, like, definitely it is more in that category. And my other women I know, like, they're just like, oh, I'm kind of sad. I'm not going to have any more babies. And it's like, Mom, you're in your 60s. Like, why do you want a baby right now? And I don't know, because I had not gone through that phase of life yet, but I get it. And my mom is not the only person in that group. I have a lot of other women that tell me that, and that's what makes my mom and other moms like that wonderful grandmas. But that's something that, like, I would say growing up, my mom was not super emotional like that. So it's kind of interesting seeing that shift in her since she's gone through menopause. And then I have my ladies that like go through menopause and it's like nothing. They don't feel emotion anymore. Like, yeah, like it's completely cut off. Kisspeptin is going to help regulate that. So whether you're on one end or the other, Kisspeptin is going to come in and kind of help balance that out for you. And it's going to help act as a positive effect on your emotional and mental health. It's also going to help with your cognitive health. So it's going to help with overall just with your brain health too, which is so important because when we go through menopause, like obviously, and as we age in general, like our brain cognition goes down, and that also makes a big difference. So that is how my postmenopausal women can benefit from that. So Kisspeptin is going to help with the cognitive health and anxiety because it's going to work on the neurotransmitters in your brain to help, because it's boosting your reproductive hormones. That is going to play a big key role on your brain health. So that's how it's going to help overall. And because it's working on making a more positive impact on your hormone regulation, that affects the brain. Like, guys, I'm telling you, it all comes back to the hormones. Telling you, everything comes back to the hormones. So that is how it can play a really big key role in helping with cognitive and anxiety. Again, it kind of goes through, and we're going to just, it helps with anti-aging. It's going to help. Kisspeptin is going to help with your reproductive health. Therefore, it's going to help with your skin, your bone density, and your overall like cognitive health, which is just going to help slow down the aging process. So that is going to be pretty key and beneficial. So here we go, guys. Key pointers. It's going to increase your libido. How it's increasing your libido? Because it is promoting the release of your GnRH hormone, which is your stimulating sex hormone. Is going to help increase the arousal because it's going to interact with your brainwave responses to sexual behavior. So that's a benefit. It's also going to help with hormonal imbalance and sexual functions. So it's going to play a key role with your sex hormones like estrogen. Also, it's going to help with vaginal lubrication. That's a big bonus, especially no matter where you're at, but especially like your menopausal and postmenopausal women. This is going to help with vaginal lubrication. Also, it's also going to help the women that have not, the younger women that have struggled with vaginal lubrication. Like I was one of them at the age of like 30 struggling with that because of hormonal deficiencies. This will definitely help. This helped me a lot when I was in my early 30s. So, with that. So that was awesome. It's also going to support your emotional and mental health. It's going to help reduce your anxiety and stress, which can also be a stimulation because if you are not able to enjoy sex arousal and you're not able to have a healthy sex life, that is going to affect your emotional and mental health, especially as women, because a lot of times for women, that is how we are able to release because we carry and keep so much in. That is going to help us tremendously. And a healthy sex life is very important for your mental health. I don't want anybody coming after me for that. I am very much a supporter in that. And then it's going to help with, also too, just with like any kind of sexual dysfunction. And again, it helps with your vaginal health because it's going to help give you more lubrication for vaginal health. So that's always a bonus. No one wants to deal with, no one wants to deal with that. It's not fun. Been there. It's not fun. And I feel from the ladies that deal with that more on a regular basis. Definitely not fun. So try Kisspeptin just for that alone, for the vaginal lubrication. You should definitely try this. So basically, that is basically the breakdown on how Kisspeptin can help you as a woman, no matter what phase of life that you're in, whether, again, you're looking for fertility, hormonal regulation, looking to increase your mood, whether you are trying to just balance your menstrual cycle, whether you're dealing with menopause, perimenopause, postmenopause, all the wonderful cycles that we go through as women. So that is how Kisspeptin is going to help support you along your health journey. So there you have it. So let's get into the announcements that I have for you guys. So thank you if you've stayed tuned and made it through this long of this wonderful slide video. I'm about to tell you guys some really exciting news. All right, guys, there you have it. That is my discussion on the peptide Kisspeptin. And thank you guys so much for watching that whole video through. And stick around for the little announcement that I wanted to share with you guys. So if you guys have been following me for a while, I appreciate all the support. And if you're new here, welcome. You get to hear this news too. For those of you that are not on my email list, on Thursday, I announced that I am starting a private women's group. So if you enjoy hearing me talk about peptides and hormone optimization, I really want you guys to go and check out my private membership group. It is called the Feminine Flow Collective, and it is where women like-minded like us come together to discuss peptide, hormone regulation, how to. If you love my content on here, you are going to love the group because it is filled with more like-minded women like us that want to learn more about peptides. And what's really great is that because it's a private online group, I'm able to talk and share with you guys more just about, certain studies with peptides. I can share more about where I'm getting stuff and more studies that like I can't talk about on a social media platform. So it's just going to be more exclusive content. And it also just helps you connect with other like-minded women. There's also going to be some mini courses in there. I go live once a week where we do a live call that I record. So if you can't make it to the call, you can go back and watch it, but you can come on the live call. You can send chats and interact while on the call, ask all the questions. You can communicate with me. You can message me at any time in the group. So yeah, I'm very excited and wanted to share that with you guys. And just, if you guys like this, please go and join the Feminine Flow Collective. This group is hosted on the network called Mighty Network. So, yeah, that is the big announcement, is that there is now a private women's group designed just for peptides, hormones, biohacking, all geared towards women, because it is such a heavy bro dominating world, the biohacking and peptide world. And not that we don't love the bros. My spouse is one of them, and I'm very grateful for him. For you guys that don't know, Hunter Williams is my spouse. Yeah, that way you guys kind of know like how heavily dominated the biohacking and peptide world is. This is a private little special group for women that love all those things, and it's geared for ladies. So I can't thank you guys enough for all the love and support, and it has been amazing seeing this channel grow. It's literally have been like a dream come true for me to like see how much and how fast this channel's growing, and I just love all of the positive love and feedback that I get from you guys. So yeah, if you're interested, how to join the Feminine Flow Collective, in the description below, I will have the link directly in the description below. You can go and click on that, brings you right to it. The link is also in my link tree. In the link tree, you guys know all the admin stuff I'm about to say. You can find the women's peptide course, the women's peptides cheat sheet. You can sign up for my email list. That way you don't miss out all the exclusive content. And I share a lot more of my resources with you guys. And when you join the email list, and also the group is on there, my Instagram's on there, websites, and how you can book calls, peptide plans with me, all the things. So please just go click on the description and look at the link tree. Everything's on there. My discount codes where I personally get my peptides are on there. So there are 2 different companies on there right now. Go check that out. And yeah, as always, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. And I'm so excited to be able to announce to you guys that the Feminine Flow Collective is live and you guys are able to go and join. Be sure to go and join because I have a discount for the first 50 women that join, and then the price does eventually go up. So right now I have the price at price and everything is all on there. So just go check that out. But as always, I hope you guys are doing amazing. And if you guys like this video and you've used Kisspeptin before, share your comments, share your thoughts below. Share this video with any woman that you think could benefit from this peptide. And as always, guys, I cannot wait to share more info with you guys soon. I hope you're doing amazing, and thanks so much for watching.